to the finish now, but that's the case. So, what the getaway? Is there some persons who's still around who never actually got any identifier to police, anything, who's never ever seen even to be expected to be a main suspect, who's never to be detained, a police who's never actually counted even to list of any possible suspect, any kind of activity which might be to ever to any kind of conviction or any kind of other legal option turning against this person. So is the person not need to be seeing the time of the to be never to be after laughing false and any kind of a justice system around the penal race, but he's still the person who has been to be causing of all of those investigation and be the main actor behind of any kind of acts. Interested those persons who therefore are mastermind of the very activity what they have been proposed committed. Alright, it's interesting to know about the stories that those people who have been caught away, and the best thing to see is around all of those unsolved, any kind of unsolved, seeing the cases. All of the cases would never have been found about the real responsibility person. So they were investing more money and all kind of techniques behind the investigation. So they want to be putting completely severe resistance for every individual living and to trace in tracking them and keeping having completely list any kind of potential perpetrators, but they call it perpetrator here who has been, and therefore they try to base. But even if all of this still are not able to itself to themselves to the part about the person who has been related to this kind of a state, when they try to maximize absolutely every possibility to actually find about those persons who's able to still get away from all the things. Alright, so do you think that average it is a possible cause to travel to this particular place to live like this kind of a time? To be honest, I gotta say that I personally don't think so. And the reason behind of this thought is that simply it's too long. It's too cornerless. Take a look at this here. Alright, so yes, it does has 3 sounding hairpins and 3 other quite a semi-slow corners here on the rack. Those hairpins are in the first corner, second corner, third corner, and then come with those 3 slow corners to the last corner and at the top all semi-first to medium. So there is not a single very fast corners, unless of course that after the corner 6 can be the corner 7 section can be actually thought or think about to be a corner. So well, at those cases, all the legislation or records, any kind of statistic who are keeping on. Well, you interesting sending in some people more working on the cases, so the transition might be both way. So there is always kind of interesting, and there is a whole many total happy committed by the law enforcement to themselves, example when they have a bit free time, or they possibly have actually committed when they have working hours, do any kind of acts, and not just an act of the anticipated the normal action would be taught, and also it did to be overstretched, but that they have been intentionally and doing something else things, which can be actually called the there is of course coming fair news alongside of it is good. And what is what you have done? What you have does there always has to be first you're accused, you suspect something, and then there have been some kind of a proof, evidence, some kind of a will be discriminate you for get an action. Why? Alright, so is there any kind of proof that you have done anything? If there is not, there is in a law of the rule of law countries nothing can be given up, because you cannot just put in without any ever have been a reasonable doubt any kind of what the suspect was. Alright, the plaintiff situation when you will be such a officer here who has now suspecting that you are a potentially exceptionally. So what you say? Are you buying those stuff? Yes, I am buying. Yes, I'm buying this stuff. Yes. What you thinking about putting inside your cloud stores? Yes, I'm very sorry if I'm putting myself on clothes. My intention was actually to the holding just to myself because I didn't got to any other method to how I could be carry on. So because of a cat, I was over whatsoever to go to pay for it into the case. Oh, unbelievable. You just prioritize to prioritize the setup story. You're just your server to come up to the cave. Alright, we're going to get now time. I'm going to call it as well, call him. Alright. I think alright, if you wanna call him, call him. But as you know, I don't think so it can help anything with but I think so if you wanna call him, just call him. Call him and give it a call. I have no problem, but that's Jason. Jason. Thomas have quite a piece of time, so I don't want myself involved too much. I have to leave now, you understand? I cannot stay here now, Jason. And if you wanna call me other time. Here is my number. I hope you can phone me if you want. If you need any time, call me. Alright, I must go now. Wait. Alright, what you think of the suspicion is if the person is refusing any kind of against or opposition or resisting any kind of action, any kind of intention. Is it always the mark of possibility. Alright, what about using it for when you're absolutely sure you hasn't committed anything? The person is actually application to just playing with others, and a person knows absolutely that he has no obligation, and therefore if it is a serious thing, but it would be the direct proof would be only way. If there's some other question, the person can eat self-invitation and therefore increase that threshold, therefore or the increased tolerance that increases the tau. Important in the tau that it is not absolutely certain and sure that the things is absolutely has happened. And therefore, alright, what goes your time with this screenshot? Can I get it here? Alright, get up here now. Alright, what you like to do?俺がチキダンとあっこらチキラしていくのオペラテストくらいてばっさかはオクラタワーセケロイングロットバラッサカダホカラマライトゥルシコドオクラサイドバライクロがシキダワコトセキダマンタワイタバダタマダルコトシラトルタマソイイングロットバカストカドイクロイシコドバテロスウィトバコトラサケダマシコドセイドワテンケライスコドイクドタガカドサイコドタケラスコドケロイSo what the machinery characterization? Alright, this application stop here now. This AES situation. Hey, I need you to stop. What's your name? My name? My name is Jackie Andrew. Jackie Andrew? Yeah, Jackie Andrew. What you need to know? We have a suspect that you might be escaped via escapee. What? Escapee? Where? We have a local patient. We have a chest to paper. You look like you are fitting a description here, the person. Oh shit! Oh really? Yeah, it looks whoa! Is there a prison here somewhere? What do you say? What's the equation? Yeah, we have it as. Whoa! Whoa! I got afraid about if there's somebody who might be as good as a. Right, so is he dangerous anyway? Or do you know that he's dangerous? Or what he's done in the case? What kind of person? Right, so what should I do if I see him? Do you know anything what I should do? Right, so what I should do if I would be seeing him? You're the kind of well, we are just going to escape it that you might be actually the person. Oh, that's bad. That's bad because there's a case that I really attention I just unbelievable attention. I will be preparation as give us a think about that. Yeah, right. Hola todos en Kurhala docente. La chedento sarher holama. Inculo se hola siento. Quella l'ora edo se quelle. Do the cutter che. Dico sopra quello che sei per fare di che tu poca a tu sala di chiudere Go repeat to the game inside, pocket to the game with it. Wake! I don't even mind. Alright, stop laughing. Alright, what should I do if I see him? Alright, so do you have any identification yourself? Identification, you mean something like a driver card? Driver license? Yeah. No, I'm marathoner. Yeah, I'm marathoner. No, sorry, I don't have I'm a marathoner just to be a marathoner. I'm just to be myself, to be I'm training myself to the competition to be ahead. To be honest, I have no idea what I should do about this. Well, I will to come to the police station. Well, I'm quite a busy person. What current I would be happy to be in. The weekend, so we up. Wow, secoli chiudi il sede, ci di ghesso, what wanna buy for the ghesso di powida. Why say the get why so stupid to support the falsa, to the toilet up. Quella modola silva della terra, argola sibele da argola da baledo, adosila de roller, corcalmar hati. Mashula da khala del kharhamara dosali bitula. Izala barala. Mashtallar kollar kharima darasi bola. Isula barala de sur kerala de sibere. Agile se quella vis. No, shut up. Oh, you know, listen, shut up, guys. Alright, I'm gonna take a step with the others then, if this is not the case. Alright, who is he hating? Who is another hating? Alright, pick up the name. You never use it. You never use it. Like this. Do it again. Get a server. I'm out of a server station. I hope your server is not the case. Should I say, I know this, all the guys, sell a face, shoot that fall, get that face, shoot that face. Whoa, this guy's coughed me, I got cough. I cannot continue, I got cough. I got